Good morning, sort of. Well, I suppose it can be now. It's been a while since. Have you actually ever been a YouTuber or a vlogger, whatever it's called, in a restaurant and I've asked you or insisted that you turn off and or leave? I happened to when I was younger and I still do. I went back there and I did it, but I'm not doing it purposely. Others, they were there. And I was having problems with another person. It was supposed to be used as evidence. I wasn't doing it for entertainment purposes all the time. It was more like evidence, news, science, entertainment, news, and evidence. Such as, for example, when that Tim Hortons I went to. I didn't always go with my mom, and my mom did always tell me everything. And I was sure somebody followed her, and that shouldn't have been with the women's bathroom. And maybe it was just coincidence because my mom did speak about it later. Very. And how some other people that were not disabled did have a cane, did have a walker, did have a wheelchair. They had none of those special needs equipments. Same at tables. They're specific for those special those disabled. And more than twice we had to ask them to leave so that my mom could have a seat. Nowadays, am I in those places ever? I could do some, and I changed the back group route, excuse me, or I used to be, but those are not private property, those are public places. They're not residential. I'm not filming them on purpose. I'm filming myself, just the background. I like to use the green screen or whatever, but it's funny when I'm wearing green. Sometimes I just it disappear. Sometimes it looks like I don't have eyes. And I do. Yes, it's, uh, It's like when we have kind of acquaintances, I'd say, you know, and one of them, well, two of them, one of them, just one my mom phone number, then got her phone number, went to her, and my mom phoned her and gave I listened to the other person's outwit message. I kept getting emails from that other person that my mom never called her. But the phone calls were not real. It's like, well, here's some photos. Phone calls were real. Here's a video with recorded audio. You can hear yourself, your outgoing message. You were phone called. She kept denying that the phone calls were real. And I was like, I've just had enough. I've just had enough. And then to tell me she couldn't trust me, that I was a liar. That she said that she would never lie because liars can't be trusted. And I was like, well, there you have it. I have it that she can't be trusted. So I was like, ugh. And I remember when she's allegedly had COVID more than twice. And we were invited over once since then. But I didn't feel very well myself, and I didn't get tested. I just wonder. My mom wanted to know her. I think it was December, Christmas 2025. They were invited, and I canceled because I wanted to be with my family and my cat. And she was offended by it. I was like, but, and my mom went. I thought, thinking back about it, who in the right mind would leave their family to go stay with somebody? My mom didn't understood that memberships and my work there, centers, you know, and just escalated to the point she wouldn't even admit that my mom phone called her. She kept calling me a liar. So I just reset my privacy settings, blocked her so she can't send me more emails. And I reported her to so that the security and the center corporation stuff, so that she can't come over and do anything. Because I was like, people don't lie like that. They're not friends. They're not acquaintances. They're, you know. She shouldn't even. She shouldn't show and tell she was friends with my brother. Because if was she a friend with my mother, she would never lied like never lied. Sorry, but it's an awful, awful inconvenience. And then being back there, I don't like confrontations. I like to avoid those kind of things. It affected my careers, hobbies, and interests. I'm sure it's the same woman that tried stuff like that with Square One Older Adult Center and somewhere else too. but she wouldn't admit it to my mother. And her alibi previous times was that your daughter is mentally ill. You're mentally ill. Like, that's got nothing to do with it. And since I showed up once more with the letter, health certificate that I recovered, she started doing it again. More. And I was like, who is the Louise's Journey, XO Louise's Journey 2.0? That Louise. Why has she not really published public continued vlogging? Being a creator, alleged influencer, such as YouTube, new, such as 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024, 2025, and January 2026. If it wasn't her in this neighborhood, who was it? It wasn't me. Hey, hi. Is there anything supposed to happen? Because if there is, I don't know. 67%. Your screen is black. I know it's black, thank you. I'm gonna start something else. And I'll let you see me in a few minutes. Oh, and as my mom and I Earth is very quiet this year. I let you Indoor walk fit indoors. It is not utter nonsense that I am doing, that I did indoor walk fit indoors. Thank you. I do not know how many steps I did today, indoor walk fit indoors, although I'm sure I did about 1,000 at least. I'm getting my first hot beverage because I like to drink something hot when I exercise instead of just having water. I'll have my water later today. And as I was not social media, other residents and their visitors, their guests, just me, all two, and all about me. Technical difficulties. I'm back. Just letting the hair hang. Not doing anything special to it. I like doing that when I'm exercising, and then when I'm finished, I'm sometimes tying a ponytail to make it tidier while I'm sweating, perspiring, and or vice versa. Today is just hanging. Everything is just nice and loose. Nobody subscribed to this utter nonsense. Indoor walk fit indoors is not utter nonsense. Shelley Harper dash 070. I wasn't being rude, I was just exercising. I'll let you see the other stuff I do later, maybe. I like to do it every morning, more or less, because it gives me more flexibility throughout the day. And I was also watching another live stream, and as I had the microphone off, and I was just busy exercising. Some people use a treadmill. I use a floors. Lips are very dry. Why not exercise? Should, can, could, may, must, need exercises anywhere, anytime. Well, watch. I won't let you see my feet because I need a pedicure desperately. Although I will weigh myself and I'll let you hear how much I weigh today before I have my coffee and honey and I eat anything other than I swallowed my oral prescribed prescription HRT. 69.05 kilograms. 69.05. How much is that in pounds? 69.5. Oh, I'm back down again. I weigh 152.2 pounds. I'm 152 pounds. Let's round it off. 152 pounds. A little bit goes a long way, you know. A little goes a long way. Are you Irish? 152 pounds once more. Yay. Maybe next week I'll be 151. Excuse me. I don't want to lose a lot of weight, although I want to lose some because hopefully I can feel better because I'm trying to get rid of a kidney stone and other stuff that's going on my left side between my lower breast, below my heart, and below my left hip. Not very, it's mostly above my left. Let's see, where's my hip? Hip here. Uh, Above my vagina and below my left ribs, below my left heart, below my heart, down to my vagina, the left side. It's very uncomfortable. Sometimes it hurts, you know. It's very painful having a kidney stone. I've had before pain. This time it's very, and the fact that I was like, and I really did. I liked eating. Near 160, 170. Once some more, lose the pounds. See if I can get down to 148, 143. But at least I can eat, you know. I was going to have my baked potato and scrambled egg later, but I think my mom is very, very hungry. So I'm going to have some of that. Of course, I'm going to do my day 8. I'm going to have at least one scrambled egg, and I'm going to have a russet potato, and I'm going to have this, and on the side, that other stuff. Have that, and then later on, I'll have my other foods because I might, and I might not have I want to have some. Um, I want to eat my jacket potato today early. Is it potato jacket potato with filling, scrambled egg? I'm really, really, really hungry. By the time I get started eating, it's later in the day, so I figure I have my coffee. I do my number 8, my day 8, and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 8, and that, have a tea. And we're gonna go. And then I could eat something else later. Um, I mentioned it to her, the other person, and she suggested I have just something like soup tonight. I want to try some of those mushroom bites. I might eat a bagel. I might not. I might only eat half today. I don't know. See how I feel. The dinner I ate last night was really good. I don't know. It's Meatless Monday. So many choices to eat that simple, cozy kitchen without any fancy, without any extra. I don't know what I'm going to eat. It's going to be something good. I have soup later. My only problem is I like crackers. But I figure I can eat whatever I want, more or less. More, as long as I'm physically active. At least indoor walk fit indoors. And some chair exercises. Not that I eat lots, I do cut back. Today, I'm going to eat that meal. And then I like eating in bowls because then I feel more portion controlled. I'm going to eat that. Then later, with a tea or coffee, maybe I'll have half a bagel and some avocado. And maybe just some soup or something. And always read the labels of soup because even though the word vegetable is on it, doesn't necessarily mean vegetarian. Some places admitted used chicken broth or beef broth or some kind of fish. My first coffee of the day, I like very weak. Cup of coffee. Medicinical. I do my HRT prescribed prescription, and then when I finish doing the indoor walk fit indoors, I like to have coffee. It takes a while. Stovetop, boil cold water, hot. Oh. Yeah, soon. I'm making bacon and egg, okay? She's having bacon. I'm having an egg. She's having potato patty. I'm having a potato. Yes. Just have my coffee first, all right? What do you want to talk about? The chat is open. Chat is on. Mind you, my scrambled egg is not as good as the scrambled egg I had on the weekend when we ate out there. Oh, that breakfast was. That's my profile photo. I'm looking pretty good. I'm looking rather attractive, actually. That's my mom and I. Yeah. I'll have the classic breakfast. Oh, and I was actually considering changing my profile photos to that instead of the one I used because you could see my hands. I wasn't sure because of the background and everything, other people privacy. But then it's a public place, who cares? Nobody cared about me. I like that photo, don't you? Move out of your parents' house and get real true. Do you know how old I am? I have had careers. I have had hobbies. I have worked. I have my disabled, physically challenged, not well mother living with me. Ridiculous. Hello. You think YouTubing isn't a job, isn't a hobby? Really? Social media, I like to go on it and pick up on some monetization once in a while and or often. It's fun. Isn't that better? I like that photo of me. Repent, Jezebel. Oh. What have I to repent? Why you always tell me I have to repent?
everyone.
We all must repent? Really? You are a witch. Yes. It doesn't mean I'm not religious. Very rare. I do it as metaphysical. More like a midwife kind of witch. I'm not one of those gothic witches. I don't believe in gothic unless it's during Halloween. Then I get dressed up just to take the piss. I don't sin as a witch. I'm a good witch. Not all witches are the same. I'm like the head witch. I'm independent. I do my stuff for the good of all, not any bad. And it's mostly arts and crafts, sometime or other athletics and stuff. I can hear your demons when you exhale. Oh, do you really? Ah, could you hear my cat demons when my cat exhaled? So it just purred. So I did not. Maybe you can hear me breathing differently because I just exercised. They're revolting at the word. Who cares? I ignore any of that stuff. I don't believe in it. I'm not possessed. Today is my Meatless Monday. I'm doing Meatless Monday today myself. I don't know if any of you do Meatless Monday too. Nationally and or internationally, it is Meatless Mondays. Meatless Monday. I'm doing my Meatless Monday. And Mondays I wear white. I'm wearing a little bit of white. My coffee, not any dairy. Some honey although. I'm not eating the bees. I'm just having some honey. Today is ovo lacto vegetarian. It's lacto ovo vegetarian. Meatless Monday. Why are you being so harsh with her at Jesus? I do lots of Christianity. I try and attend church Sunday service, all and or some of. I tried often and or less often. I yeah, I've been to churches. I do that stuff. I pray. I just believe, alternative medicine. Somewhat I'm trying medicine. And I'll try it for about another 6 or 7 months to see if the HRT makes me feel any better. I will try. I cannot wear it here though because it's too hot. I cannot wear it here very because it's too hot. I'll try. I've tried on the arms and it sort of worked. I'll give it the patches a go again. I'm all right with the oral. Doesn't work in 6 months. We'll see how I feel. Might have to do something about the kidney stone. See if it's moving. And see if I can get something to do about my physique. Uh, my bloatedness has to go away. I was diagnosed gassy. I have more than 5 stalkers. All which could make most any judiciary punished. In and out all courts. Arrested. Maybe they need prescribed prescription medicine too, antipsychotic or whatever, risperidone, maybe even Ritalin. I don't like Ritalin. I think Ritalin, the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, it became less oftener because it was discovered it was considered abuse by and from many parents and grandparents, and great grandparents and great great grandparents, and aunts and uncles. It was considered abuse, alleged, and all the other ones too, and electroshock therapy. Now I'm like, oh, let's do something alternative to all that. Let's try that HRT stuff. Let's try coffee. Let's try biotin supplements. Let's try this and that before going hardcore medicine on this and or surgery, health treatments. I won't discuss if I, and I'll blather on, do some videos, but I won't show during. I'll show maybe later because I want privacy, unless there's an emergency. Like I go cardiac arrest or something, maybe I'll press the record button before. And do I have a private and or semi-private room? Maybe at some time as a courtesy, the staff will let me maybe do a live stream while I'm having a coffee and or a delicious IV. So nutritionist. Or if I'm having a blood transfusion. You can watch me vomiting. Although I want to do it all as an outpatient, I don't want to. I just won't be filming, I won't be doing live streaming, same as Foodie Beauty. I won't be doing live streaming as same as Chantel Gucci. I won't be doing the same live streaming as Louise's Journey XO, Louise's Journey 2.0 XO. That Louise. I won't be um, doing the same as the Witch's Cookery. Where is Nancy Guthrie? Guthrie? Yes, I don't know. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Is it Guthrie or Guthrie? Even some of the complex's alleged site administrations, I found out they were stalking. They were internet trolling. I mean, they had accesses as security evidence that us Bellises were not guilty. It was those other residents and their visitors, their guests. And there was not any need to investigate further than that, and they should judiciary punish them. And instead, they developed that harassing and bullying, internet trolling, racism, bigotry, discriminatory discrimination, prejudices, prejudges, uh, internet trolling and stalking on and off the internet more than ever. And somebody reported a balcony, it was too messy or something. I'm like, there's others that got less attention than me, allegedly. They had Christmas lights on railings, stuff hanging on railings, whatever it was. That's a hazard, danger, in case it falls, lands on somebody. Or other people obsessed with and without compulsive and themselves grandiose delusional delusions of power, erotomatic delusional, somatic delusional, persecutory delusional, all before, all during, all later, and all since 2024. And all about, all to, and all about, all names, and all named Bellis. And all ever, all should, can, could, may, must, and need, show and tell, showed and told, shows and tells, and reacted, and reacts, all about, all to, all about, all happened to as, and all happened as, and all happened. There, elsewhere, everywhere, all happened. And Asbellises were not guilty, such as, and including my father's side of my family alleged, such as Williams, Brennis, Hardy, and McDonald. And my mother's side of my family alleged Gilmore, Brian, Thompson. And instead of us Bellises were obsessed with and or without compulsive and delusional all about, all to, and all about them. They want to bother celebrities. Why don't they want to stalk celebrities. They want to be celebrity stalkers. Why don't they go out and live in a field and leave us alone? Doesn't matter how big the celebrity or how small the celebrity fame and fortunes, famous fortunes. They are what they are. They did it. They want to scare. They want to use fear and try to change it into paranoid, and instead themselves persecutory delusional. All before, all during, all later, and all since. I'm a good witch. I'm a famous witch. Locally and or wherever. I was a bit of a celebrity growing up, school plays and stuff. And then I sort of came away from all that, and then I picked up on it again later in life. I call it rehab. Even some other, I mean, Dr. Phil, Oprah, Marilyn Dennis, Deanie Petty, all those shows, you know, some of those guests, I suppose, came and allegedly tried to befriended us. Excuse me, the beauty burped. Seriously, they tried to befriended us, and then they began lying about stuff that was rather important, such as phone calls and emails. Don't call me a liar when there's evidence of the other that I did not lie. Oh. It's like when they had a community barbecue in this neighborhood. I won't go because there's more than 5 stalkers there in this neighborhood and elsewhere, and I just won't go. It's just like earlier today, there was a sing on my chat. I removed that. Didn't need a moderator, I just removed it. I tried resetting my privacy settings. SINGH. You know, how many years did I have fun? There's not any need that I should stop having fun now. It's just different fun. I like stalkers that should go away and go to jail. Let that be their new fun. And all should, can, could, may, must, and need show and tell, showed and told, and shows and tells, and reacted, and reacts all about, all to, all about, all how they were, are, and be stalking us, Bellises. And I'm not talking about just reaction channels. I mean, I don't mind reaction channels. They can react to videos, live streams, community posts, blogged. All that's published public. All published public. That's fine. I do that too sometimes. Have a reaction to stuff like that. It's just like what I can't fathom. It was February 7th, the gala this year, Active Out Center, Mississauga, and there was allegedly a photographer there photographing, videotaping, blogging, whatever, filming, videotaping, recorded, photographed there And I expected it to be published on social media, so examples Facebook and Instagram and maybe YouTube. And yet, when I looked, there's nothing there. Are you good, lady? Yes, I am good. I am a good witch. I am a good person. I'm a good person. I am a good witch. I'm good. Lawful, legal, sane, and competent. And I'm a good witch, employable. I'll do practically anything. I just won't do it for water and a cookie. I'd rather have a hot coffee. And if it's going to be a tip, like, well, their coffee and maybe a Rice Krispie square, a square, a cookie, maybe a heavily buttered toasted bagel. I don't know. Hard boiled egg, maybe, instead of a bagel. Whatever. You know, it's all good. I'll do it just even for a coffee. I don't need food coffee because I can't eat. I can't eat during. I can sip coffee and a free refill. Cheers. The prize money was good too. And being a witch doesn't mean I pick and choose who won. That was just dumb luck. I had nothing to do with it, although I have had good vision and I spoke to people. So I sort of knew some cards, not all. And I knew when I pulled out a number when I was watching them. And I'd smile. And I knew there was going to be a bingo. And if there wasn't a bingo, sometimes I would say, especially the front tables, I was like, why wasn't there a bingo? Called. That was good. I liked my hairstyle. Gala. My bangs are really nice. I like them. I use them. And my hairs are really growing and they're strong. And I'm not getting my hairs cut. Were I to get them trimmed, it would be only be like that much off the ends. Just very, very little. Not even that much, just very, very little. Later this year. Wins. I don't want a haircut. It's too soon. Where are you from? Earth. EARTH. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hello. Have a nice day. Goodbye.